Today I want to give you a tip on how to start overcoming imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is something that's actually at an identity level where you say, who am I to, I'm not good enough, that kind of thing. So that's quite a deep thing, and people often need to uncover these subconscious blocks or the subconscious limiting beliefs that they have, that they might have had since childhood or early adulthood, especially in the corporate world, where you might have had like a boss who really put you down and you just felt so inadequate. But it might come from something from your childhood, and that just was triggered. It was a triggering episode in your first job. So really uncovering imposter syndrome needs quite a lot of much deeper work to change the identity level problems, the subconscious level problems that you might have, so that you can release it and become much more confident and believe in yourself more. But some of these tips that I want to give you over the next few days are things to get you started. And the first thing that I want to talk about is know thyself. If you know yourself and your strengths and your weaknesses and what type of personality you have, then that is so much more helpful to know whether you're in the right field of work, if you're doing the right type of work in that field, and where the overwhelm comes from, and the oh my god, who am I to do this, am I good enough at this, that kind of thing. Me, for example, I hate deadline work. I realized this very early on. I used to be a translator and I hated the deadlines. It was like I used to have kittens trying to meet the deadlines on time. And I was teaching English as well, business English in companies here in Germany. And I realized that I wanted to be out amongst the people more often than sitting at my desk working on a translation and trying to get it done on time. So I ditched the translations and upped my classes in companies. I just looked for more clients to teach in the companies, because another thing that I knew that I was is that I'm slightly more extrovert than I am introvert. So I needed to get out and amongst the people, because that was really, really important to me. So that's something that you might do. Look up Google a test on whether you're introvert or extrovert. And another thing that I did fairly recently was just a few years ago, I did the Gallup Strengths Test, which blew my mind. I just thought, oh my goodness, is there somebody in the computer who's been watching me all these years and knows me inside out? It's something that it just helped me to articulate who I am, what I'm good at, what my strengths are. It gives you a list of, I think the top 10 is the smaller version. If you buy, I bought the longer version after that, and it gives you all 34 strengths in a list. Obviously the bottom ones are not really strengths, they're more weaknesses, but it doesn't matter. You concentrate on the top ones. And I could formulate that I love taking on responsibility. Give me something new to do, I can do it. And that helped me in a part-time job that I applied for a few years ago. And I could just say, just give me responsibility. I actually haven't done this type of work, or not all of this type of work before, but it doesn't matter. Give it to me, I'll work it out, I can do it. And I got the job. I'm also, what else is top of my, consistency is really, really important to me. And also discipline. I love working to finish projects and to work methodically through it. That's something that's really important. Something that's really important for my work as a hypnotherapist is that I love to understand the context. I studied history, so that was something that I chose instinctively. I love to understand where we are now by understanding the past and how we got here. And that helps with my clients too. I unearth some of the things from their past, and they tell me about it, and I'm like, right, okay. And I can understand how they got where they are now. And that really, really helps me in my work. They're some of the things that are my top strengths. plus connection. I believe that we're all connected somehow through the universe. I like to talk about the universe. I'm a bit woo like that sometimes, but I really do believe that we are all connected, and that one thing that we do influences something else that somebody else might do, and that kind of thing. So get to know yourself. There's another test called 16 personalities. I've done that too, but that resonated with me a bit, but that might resonate with you more. There are also Myers-Briggs is a classic one, but I'm useless with abbreviations, so I can never remember what mine are. Mine starts with an E because for extrovert, but I can't remember the rest. So find out about yourself, knowing yourself and getting to know yourself more, and being able to articulate who you are can really help you to ditch the overwhelm and start to help you ditch the imposter syndrome, because you know yourself then, and it's so much more helpful. You know where to set your boundaries, because that's something that a lot of people have difficulties with when they have imposter syndrome. They say yes when their whole body is actually screaming no, or it will stop you people pleasing so much. If you have perfectionist tendencies, then you can just say, listen, I can go with my personality trait more than with the perfectionism. I can strive for excellence instead. So there's lots and lots of things that you can do to find out about yourself more and more. You can even ask friends, what would you say, if you had to describe me, what would you say what type of person am I, and what are my strengths? But doing the personality test is a really, really good idea, because you can just formulate it then and understand who you are and start piecing it together so that you can create the life that you really, really want. Now, if you would like some help to uncover some of the deeper issues that are holding you back, that if you really do feel like you're not good enough at something, or you really feel like, oh my God, who am I to do this, when you're stepping out of your comfort zone and want to do something bigger to achieve your goals, then please send me a message and we can talk about how I can help you in 4 short sessions to completely change the way you think about yourself and feel about yourself, which is the most important thing. And so just send me a message and we can talk. That's it for today, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.